The next is Amber, then comes Amethyst. So let's start with Treasure Guardian. I don't think he's too good. It could see play in the right decks if you can move this for free or something. I don't see it because it's uninkable as well, what hurts a lot. I don't want to put it on D tier, but it's nearly D tier. The lamp. The lamp is. Here. The lamp is some card that is talked about a lot. It's kind of decent. I don't think it will make the cut when it's tested, because there are some better card draw options, and I think this card will only see play if you really play both, because these effects are not you don't need to choose if you have both. If you have a Jafar and a Genie in play, then you get both effects, and that's the best case of this card, and I think it's the case you want to hit with this card, because draw 2 cards is not. If you would you play a card 2 cost uninkable, draw 2 cards? I think Friends is still better. It's not a bad card, of course, so I put it into B tier. Queen is. I don't want to be rude, but this is shit. Stratos, Scalar. I think there are two less Titans now. I think there are only 3. And I think it's not worth it to build a deck around these cards. I think you need, for 5 cost, you need 3 Titans. It's Titaned itself, so you get at least 1 lore. But no, it's not worth it to build a deck around this card. But do I find it here? I think it's missing here. Here. So I put it into D tier. Rafiki, guys and boys and girls, this, please, if you don't agree, you can go. Okay? No, you can stay. But this, for me, is the best artwork of this set. It's such a nice artwork. This is such a cool card. From look at this, it's totally my style. This kung fu style fighter Rafiki. This is such a nice artwork, is it? Yeah, and it's a good card. It's kind of, it's playable. But from the artwork, it's the best card. It's such a good card. I didn't. I think this card is. It's kind of a worse Hook, but Hook is really good because it gets Challenger 3 but has 0 strength, and Hook has 1 strength and gets Challenger 2. I think this effect is irrelevant because there are not many Rupee Zeros, because there are not many hyenas. I saw only 1, and I think this one is not playable. The one. I think he's good. I don't know if I put him into A tier. Captain Hook is A tier for me, so this is A tier too. This could see play. Also, this card, I want to try this card out, but it's kind of worse than Rafiki. Where is it? Here. I think this is kind of solid. Evasive for 2/1 evasive quester is kind of okayish. and you can, and this effect is really useful. Yeah, I think this card is B tier. Then we got such a lot of new brooms, and I will categorize these brooms together because if you play one broom, you play all brooms, and this is one solid one. Do you not agree with Rafiki 8 here? I think he's a good card because it's just a hook, and I think it's a solid one drop. I don't know, 380k for one. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's good. What will you? Because yeah, what do you else want from a one drop than 3 strength? But maybe I'm wrong, and it won't see play. But I think as a card for itself, it's good. Then, oh, I have to clear this amber. This card, I don't know why this is super rare. I don't know if you see it, but this is super rare. This is crazy shit. Sorry, Alice. Yeah, this is way too expensive. The effect is not good. There are so many other options to get such an effect. This card is not good. Compare this to the little Pinocchio, the 2-drop Pinocchio. I don't know. This card is. I don't know why this is super rare. Queen's Castle. Queen's Castle is the best location in my opinion. I think it's just. Yeah, sideboard versus profiting. I think this card is the best location, and if you ask me now, I did not play it. I will play my first game with you guys, boys and girls. I think the locations are overlooked for now. The people think, I don't know, I can just challenge this and then it's gone. But it's this card is a real threat, and you just have to realize you can only challenge this. This is the only way to remove the locations, except for I think there's one steel removal for locations, but yeah, it's kind of a niche card, and it's a decent threat for 4. You get 2 lore every turn, and this effect is really value effect. And for that I meant the carpet is good, because you can just play the location on turn 4, and then move this carpet immediately there, or another character. I think because of that, carpet is fine in some tempo decks. Yeah, I think 4/7 with 2 lore is good for itself, and even if it has 2 move costs, it would be good. I think this card is really good. It will see play, of course. I would be really surprised if this would not see play in competitive. This is crazy good. It's the best location. And now, guys, High Waters, and now the card that is, of course, I'm really sure that this is the most talked about card, with much distance. How do you say it? With a great gap to the next card. Yeah, I think Novocaine, yes. This summary of all these effects in one card is very good. Jafar. Jafar is the most talked card about. Yeah. If you look at this card seems. Do you? I tell you what I thought when I first saw this card. When I first saw this card, I thought, I don't know, shift 5, and then it needs to be exerted, and then you may draw a card. Then I realized, oh, okay, with Whole New World, this is sick, but because you can sing Whole New World with it. Yellow I did, yes, but green not. Green will be next. But I can show you the picture if you want, or you just look at the VOD tomorrow. Ja, der ist a Special Link. Silja kann ihn dir schicken. Yeah. With Whole New World, of course, this effect is really crazy because you just get 7 lore. But I still think I'm still not convinced that this is a crazy good, because you need to play a deck around this card. You need to play Whole New World and all of this stuff, and some other card draw stuff, because every time this card is exerted, you gain 1 lore. This is this effect. I'm still not completely convinced. Wie sagt man überzeugt? Was heißt überzeugt? Was? Convinced. I'm still not convinced this deck will be crazy good. I think it's maybe I'm totally wrong, but I think you have so many counterplays against this card. So many counterplays in this new set. You have bare necessities to get rid of Whole New World. You have Ursula, 2-drop Ursula, green Ursula to get rid of Whole New World. You have to play against aggressive decks. You have to do something. So there are many Hürden, wie sagt man Hürden auf English? Many obstacles you have to overcome to get this going. Maybe I'm totally wrong, and if you playtest this is just sick, but I don't know if it's that good. I really think it's not that good than it's talked about, but maybe I'm wrong. But what I can say is that it's not a deck for me. So you won't see me playing this deck too much, I think, because I don't like this combo style decks. But maybe I'm totally wrong, and maybe you think, what does Adabugs talk? Is he just stupid? It's the most broken card of the set. What does he talk about? Does he know anything about this game? Yeah, but red purple is totally dead, I think, since the arrival of the set. You won't see red purple. I'm really confident when I say that red purple is dead. You don't need to tag against red purple anymore. I think you can play this card. You can play Whole New World. It's not a mistake if you play Whole New World, and you can fit this card in steel Amethyst decks, and it will win you some games, maybe, yes, but I would not play completely. Maybe it will define the meta a little bit, but I would not build a deck completely around this card, because there's really much counterplays. But I will see that when I playtest it, so what can I say? But that's just my first, when I saw this. It's S tier, I put it into S tier. Because yeah, it just can win you games for itself and something. But if I play, I told you maybe my first deck will be green purple aggro, and I'm not afraid of playing against this deck, because I think, okay, survive till then. I rip your grab your sword maybe off with my Ursula, and if you play no grab your sword, and then I can bounce all your because you need to shift this card. This is the next problem about this card. You need to shift it. You can't just play turn 7. You have to shift it, and your opponent can play around it. They can remove they know you play this card. They try to remove your little Jafars. I know you can't always deal with it, but that's the next problem about this card. You need to shift it to get work, because if you play this on turn 7, oh, maybe it survives, but it's late. And the next thing I thought is if you play a deck around this card, and you just play around this combo, and then maybe turn 5, turn 6 you get the shift, and then make your new world, then you didn't quest before, very likely, so you get 7 lore, and then yeah, you need another whole new world or something to really close this game out. I won't talk too much because maybe I'm totally wrong, and I don't see it, but it's not what I can say. At least it's not a type of card that fits my play style. So but I'm not afraid that this card will be too broken, and it will become the new red purple of this format. Yeah, but then you have to play this contract, and that's so many cards you need to get this card going. But as I said, it's maybe I'm totally wrong, but I'm not afraid of this card. That can I say? Okay. I'm not afraid of this card, at least. That can I say. But maybe I will be afraid if I play some games against this. This card is decent. I think it's A tier, Genie. You can play this card. I still think Rabbit is better. You can compare this with Rabbit. And I think Rabbit is... If you play Bouncy, Rabbit is better. Maybe. I think this card is decent. You can play this. Yeah, nothing too much to say about it. This is not good. I think Uninkable. It needs to be dry to use the contract with it. Where's the Ursula? I think this is too weak for what it does, and Uninkable too, so I don't see it. The next, this is okay-ish, but I put it into low C tier. Maybe a little bit of... no, it's D tier. And this is also D tier. I think it's super rare. It has some kind of crazy effect. With this character quest gain lore equal to the cost of one of your items in play. I think it's too much to need this card needs to get going. Uninkable. So if I compare this to Jafar is way better, of course. Don't get me wrong, Jafar's not a bad card, of course not. And I don't think, oh, it's completely shit or something. That I didn't want to say. I put it into S tier. But yeah, it's kind of overhyped. I just wanted to say. But this card is way weaker than this. You can completely compare this card with Jafar, and Jafar wins in every matter. This card is not good. So D tier. Yeah, it's 2-3. I don't know. Where is it? Why I always do not find these cards here? This is also not... it's too weak. I thought about this card. I thought about this card, but I think it's still too weak. I put it into low C tier because I think you can use this card, but I think there are better options. I would compare this to the little Pinocchio, and I think it's... I don't know. I think it's D tier. Hi Phil. This card will be in my deck. In my first I want to play, so it's obviously A tier at least. I think it's a decent 1-drop. For those who are not German here, this card quests when you can banish it to draw a card just. And I think it's just a decent 1-drop. All 1-drops are not super crazy or something, but I think two strength will be very important in the new meta. So I wanted to play something with 2 strength. And this effect is decent. If you're afraid of a mass removal or something, the turn before you can just recycle it. Of course, it's not super crazy, but no 1-drop is super crazy good or something. It's just a decent effect for a decent 1-drop, and I think it's the best you can get right now. One of the best cards you can get right now for 1 cost. So I think it's okay-ish, and I will play it. I will play it, of course, because I want to try the new cards. It's good. I like it. Poor. No. When you play this card, you may shuffle all broom cards from this card into your deck. Yeah, it's broom card. I will put this. I will put this into. This is one of the worst brooms. Okay, this card, I don't know. I don't see it right now. I put her into C tier. It's. Why can't I? Okay. This character's effect is when you quest, you can draw a card. It's legendary, so wow. And if you, every time you draw a card, you can move one damage from one of your characters or one of the characters on the board to one opposing character. And that's kind of situational. I don't see it that is the effect is very broken or something, and it's kind of weak for its 5 cost. It's kind of sad that this is not shiftable. So I think this card will not make the cut, but if the cards are legendary, and sometimes I'm a little bit, oh, maybe this card is good, but I don't see it right now. This card is a little, this is the best broom, I think. So B tier, good B tier. No, the carpet is for me A tier, I think. I did it wrong. It's kind of Ursula effect when you play this character, you can exert one opposing character and it can't really. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, vanilla. I think we. This is a cantrip effect. Also, you draw a card and then you can put 3 cards of your opposing discard into his deck. I don't think this will see play, even though I know the Jafar decks, but I don't think this will make the card in Jafar decks. So D tier for me. Boss in a roll. Okay, this card will see play. This card sees play right now. I don't think it's crazy good, but it's good for combo decks. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Put any number of them on the. You can just look for cards crazy with this card, but it's kind of card disadvantage at first because you don't get a card. You just it's good to find such cards like Whole New World or something. For that, it's made, and you gain 1 lore. It's a little gold. So I think it's okay. What else? This is too weak. This is not good. This is also not good. It's when you have a Maleficent in play. Yeah, it combos with the top hat, yes. Yeah, that's true. When you have a Maleficent in play, you can look at the top card of your deck and then decide to put it on top or not, but this is too weak for 1-drop. Obviously, when you play this on turn 1, you can't have the effect because you won't have Maleficent in play. Iago is, I think, C tier. It's a decent evasive character. Maybe you did You know what happened to Fidget, it's just Fidget for purple. So it could see play, but I don't think the meta will this time revolving around Mini that way. It could see play. I don't think so, but it could see play. Sorcerer's Tower. You will play this in Broom decks. Ah, when you play a Maleficent, okay. Yeah, but even then. Yeah, okay, then it's a little bit better, yes. Okay. But it's even then, I think it's not good enough. This card, you will play this card in Broom decks, of course. But is it good? Kind of. Maybe it's good. In Broom decks, you will play this card. This when they can move here for free, that's good. Yeah. Sorcerer set could have some uses. This card is obviously best paired with. I put it into B tier. This card is obviously best paired with Cauldron from the first set, because with Cauldron you always look at the top card of your deck. And with Sorcerer Threat you can just draw the card. Also, it's effective to name a card, then reveal the top card, and if it's the card, then you can put it into your hand. And so you need to know which the most top card of your deck is. And for that, Cauldron is good. And if you have Cauldron in this, you can always, every turn, draw 1 for 1. It's kind of decent. I don't know if it makes the cut, though. But, yeah. This card is seen a bit of play. I think it's not good enough still, but yeah, when you play this, it's kind of the Cauldron effect when you play this character. You just play this for shift reasons. It's not good for itself, but as a shift character, it's kind of okayish. It does a little bit that what you want, of course, yeah, it's effect. But yeah, not super crazy. This is not good. 6 cost uninkable. No, D tier. And Forbidden Mountain is kind of decent, I think. If you have the opportunity to use this on turn 2, it's a kind of decent threat. I think it's okay. C tier of at least. Could see play. Of course, this is not a location you want to go. Also, I think you won't move here. There are not many characters that have an effect if they move there, but just play this card and gain 1 lore every turn. It's kind of 206 character. You have to look at this. 206 and gain 1 lore. Yeah. Yes, this is purple. Maybe. I think this is the S tier are good. I think the S tier. I'm confident with this tier list.